Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hogwarts Mystery. As you can see, it is now Hallows Eve, or Halloween, as some put it as well. And the event that is now currently running is called Fresh Off the Vine. And as you can see, the ultimate apparently prize for this is 7 books, but the other prize is an outfit that slightly resembles somewhat a pumpkin dress. But I also think it's kind of also a little Hufflepuffy, because it's kind of like plants and Professor Sprout and all stuff like that. So, and actually it kind of fits our character as well, so that's nice. But the thing is, not only is this little sweet event here that go to class and such, you can also help Dumbledore with the Halloween festivities for a bonus. And it actually also claims that you're going to get a little extra quests for the event to do so. Now, I have not done the event yet, but we will go and do this now. And I promise I will try to keep episodes to a minimum 20 minutes now, at least with the Hogwarts one, or the Hogwarts game, because it has a tendency at the moment to almost reach an hour, especially with the last 3 episodes where it covered the birthday event. However, I was just so into it, so I just continued to record, and it didn't feel like it was a lot of hours or a lot of time that we're using on it. But apparently it was, so I apologize for that. So we actually have to meet him in the Great Hall. Quite interesting, in fact. So what? Oh, we also still need to talk to Penny. There's so many side quests that we need to do, but apparently it keeps popping up events, which is, for me, a little more interesting than actual story. But we should also get on with the story, because there probably will be upcoming, you know, side quest stories or something of the sort, like limited time where it's required of you to have certain class or something of the sort. I have the feeling, even just because we had in the previous birthday one, which I'm going to apologize for being so long episodes, but for some reason I just didn't cut them. But I just didn't decide to cut them in a way that they would fit into 20 minutes chunks. I just decided to take the whole experience in as they were. There was a little hint that you had to have, was it animatics or at least animal care to talk properly with Fang, and we didn't have that, so we just did what we had. We made do with what we had. So it would also be very wise of us to progress with the story very soon. However, first of all, we need to go and meet with Dumbledore. Of course we need to go meet with Dumbledore. It's going to be so interesting. Oh! Oh, there's pumpkins! Oh yeah, that's kind of very traditional. The thing is, I'm from Denmark, and we have our own type of Halloween, but that's in spring. But now we kind of, sort of, culture-wise, because of all the globalization and the morphing of cultures of different countries, we actually have 2 Halloweens a year, more or less. And this is, especially Halloween, is becoming more and more popular in Danish culture, as well as the stores, because they earn extra on costumes. Anywho, let's see here. Is it Headless Snick that has something to say? Yeah, nearly Headless Snick. This Halloween will be my 490th... What? My 496th Death Day. So this is what a Death Day is. So that was what Ismelda was talking about in the birthday events. She was actually talking about Halloween, wasn't she? Well, if we were taking her serious, okay. That explains it, I guess. Or she was just being crude. She was probably being crude. I don't know. I can see, at least on Twitter posts and such, that people don't really like her. I haven't researched into what she is, because I want to experience it on my own, but you sometimes just see comments about people or the characters in the game, you go like, oh, that doesn't seem nice. Anywho, we also have, oh, Snape has something to say. Make yourself useful and do something about Peeves, Bright. Why should we do something about Peeves? You're a teacher. You're a professor. You could probably do something about him. Why should we? And is that Ravenclaw? No, that's Marula. Oh, it's because Marula is sitting in front of... Is it... Yeah, isn't it Ravenclaw? I can't remember her first name, and I'm pretty sure she was Ravenclaw's daughter, and then she was murdered, and her spirit came back to Hogwarts or something of the sort. Oh well. I can't wait to see how you ruin Halloween, Bright. Negative Nancy, I must say. You are so negative all the time, Marula. How about you bring on a smile for once and try to enjoy yourself? But on the other hand, probably what you enjoy is probably not the same what I enjoy, but, you know, smiling helps. It's contagious, you know. Anyhow, let's talk to Dumbledore. Let's see. Oh, you wanted to see me, Professor Dumbledore? Indeed, I need your help. I was about to say, indeed I do. Yes, I need your help preparing for this year's Halloween feast. Oh, they put the... Right. Interesting. Very interesting, actually. I would like this year's feast to have a more personal touch, and I believe you are the perfect witch for the job. That, I know it's because it's about our story and such, but that's a lot of responsibility we suddenly get here with us only being a second-year student. Probably with others they are like in the 5th or 4th year or something, but for us it's kind of like, we're a second-year student, you only known us for like a year, and there's like, oh, you can do everything for us because we like you. Thank you, Professor. What can I do to help? Oh, that was Ben in the background, just shortly. We need to create decorations, carve pumpkins, and craft hats for the dancing skeletons. Is that a reference to Disney? I know it's Hogwarts and magic, but what? There is an old Disney cartoon with dancing skeletons. I can't remember exactly what it sings. It's like creepy, deepy skeleton, something dancing around. Maybe that's... And I think that they have bowler hats on, as far as I remember. It's a long time since I've seen that one, though. Maybe it's somewhere on the search of YouTube. Somewhere, probably. Anyway. I think I misheard the last part. You heard correctly, Ray. This year's entertainment consists of a troupe of dancing skeletons. Okay. And how are they exactly... I know that in many horror games you have skeletons walking around, which anatomically that's just impossible due to skeletons is not having any... It doesn't have anything that keeps it together, so it technically just crumble back on the ground. So if anything, no, not even the skull would keep together in the end. Even if it tried to jump around, the lower jaw would just be standing there or something. So anatomically that would not be possible. But we are in a magic game, so I am even questioning the logic. I don't know. I always try to put a logical approach to stuff, but I just shouldn't. You'll make sure they have proper attire. I have never made a hat for a skeleton before. I have never entertained a skeleton to... Oh, so it is with magic. Okay, that's good. I have never enchanted a skeleton to dance before. So we're both in for a treat. Haha, treat. It's Halloween, treat. Haha, get the joke. Very bad pun there. Happy Halloween. Or Hallows Eve. Depending on the country and how you pronounce it and the generation, of course. I actually prefer saying Hallows Eve. Because Halloween is just a shortened word for Hallows Eve. Yeah, okay, never mind. Oh, happy Halloween! Cool. So what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Oh, it's just a class thing. Oh, we can do that. Easy. So it's just going around doing stuff. That's fine. We can easily do that, I think. Carve lanterns. Thank you all who have graciously volunteered to help us prepare for the Halloween feast. With your help, I am sure this year's Halloween feast will be one for the ages. Your help carving pumpkins is much appreciated. A Halloween feast without carved pumpkins is sad indeed. Well, there was a lot of Halloween pumpkins just before we came in here. And you had Halloween pumpkins in the ceiling instead of lights, which you usually have. Huh. Interesting. Oh, this looks funny. Oh, there's one of the Weasleys! I was talking about it in the birthday event, like, we haven't met a Weasley yet. Here's a Weasley. I actually don't know which Weasley this is. I'm sorry. Is it Bill or Charlie? It's Bill. Okay. Because I also think we have Charlie, right? Yeah, we also have Charlie. Okay. So we have Bill and Charlie. And maybe, just because we know about Cedric now, that we meet Cedric properly, since it's been kind of hinted by Amos in the birthday event, that we meet Cedric. George and Fred are about the same age, I think. So we'll probably also see the Weasley twins before we end our years in Hogwarts, which could be fun. And just see how they were tricksters as kids and how they grew up. Like, I really like the Weasley twins. I think they were my favorite in the Harry Potter series. They were definitely my favorite, I think. How the banter between Fred and George were. I really loved that. Do we have a fighter somewhere? We have a 4 there. Oh, let's just take the 4 then. Since I accidentally clicked on it. And what about you? Oh, you are... Oh! I forgot to read the subtext. I should read the subtext, shouldn't I? I just constantly forget that, because when you just are taking classes off screen, you just click through it all because you've seen it all. So you forget to do it as soon as you start recording again, like, oh yeah, there was something I forgot, what was it? Okay, let's see here. Plan. What do we plan? There's so many things I could do with this pumpkin. Yeah, that's true. You can make a fairy, you can make a classical Halloween smiley, you could do a lot of things. Like the happy smiley in the background behind the Gryffindor student beside us. There's a big classical pumpkin smile, actually. It's the most common one, I think. But someone has really taken like pumpkin art to a whole new level. I've seen so many, also just of my friend group, who really adores carving pumpkins, but only once a year. It's kind of interesting. And they are really good. So what can they chat about? I feel bad feeling someone is going to... I have a bad feeling someone is going to throw that at my head. Oh, that would actually be a waste, because last time I was at a pumpkin carving situation or a party or something. We actually took the seeds and individually spread them and then made them into and then dried them in the oven, and then there were snacks, which was really cool. And then some of the leftover pumpkin pieces and we also carved out, we made into pumpkin soup, so we completely used the pumpkin that we didn't use for the lanterns, was completely used to its full potential. So that was really fun. It's fun to study at the Hogwarts ghost that floats around. Yeah, probably. I'm also started to, if I don't read or have a chance to read all of it, I would try to put it into a sentence that may be understandable, or what I think I saw. So it might not even fit at all. But yeah, the Hogwarts ghosts have very interesting backgrounds, like Nearly Headless Snake. He is called Nearly Headless Snake for a reason, which is really obvious. Oh, think about. Oh, interesting. Oh wait, it's not gonna go away, is it? No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, it's just a normal class setting. Oh, so we have to make the pumpkins, and then we had to do something else, and then we had to make the hats. Wasn't it that? Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Let's finish up our pumpkins and show them to each other. But Roman, where's yours? Oh well. Oh, it's the pot from Transfiguration class. We're going to make a big smile on that pumpkin. Oh, the concentration. Oh, You have a menacing smile when you're cutting a pumpkin. Goodness gracious. Like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh! It was alive! I didn't expect that. But again, it's a magical game. Or a game based on magic, rather. Why does things like that surprise me? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Take care when you make your decorations for the Great Hall. They can be quite temperamental. What? What? Oh, yeah, we had to make decorations, that's right. Oh, he's making a bat. Be careful of bat, they might actually come back to life or flicker around or something. Maybe. Oh, look! Rowan is like making... Is that... Oh, that could actually be interesting to see if... I'm going to actually go and check up on other Let's Players who play this game. To see, because Rowan's currently holding a ribbon with the Hufflepuff colors. Now these are small details that I like to figure out or find out is if it had been another house would it have been another color, or is it just the yellow black all around because it's Halloween. Now that is going to be interesting to see. Anyway, let's see here. Think about over here, Rowan. That's very far away from overhearing her, I would say. Okay, let's see here. Ow, a paper cut. I should cast an Ipski on it. Or just put a band-aid on. You don't need to use magic for everything, Rowan. Oh, wonder. Oh, it's a fiber. Nice. Maybe these will be transfigured into real bats. That's a high possibility, I think. I think you're right, man. That could be a very big possibility, to be honest. Let's see here. Listen. I don't appreciate muggles making witches and witches out to be scary and ugly. That's actually true. In many Halloween cases, witches and wizards are like, especially witches are with pimples and they're green. I think very much is affected by, oh, what's it called? The Wizard of Oz movie with the witch. The Green Witch. I think it's very affected by it, but I think it was even affected by, or the green color of witches was even well accepted before that. I don't know. That I actually don't know about, but that could be interesting to figure out. Anyway. Bats don't get enough appreciation. That is true. They are so adorable, and most bats, people are like afraid of bats, which is not really, like, it's a phobia, because the only thing that bats can carry with them is rabies, which is a thing that you could be afraid of. But most bats will not fire at you and try to drink your blood. There's only one type of bat that would drink blood, and they would actually prefer animal blood than human blood. That's also the bats that's based on the Dracula mythology. But there's also so many other bats that just lives on fruit and insects and all these different kind of species, and they are so adorable. I really love bats. Where I grew up, we had a bat. We actually have a bat cave because it was an old well or something, which you could walk into, and then underneath all the stone construction you would have small bats hanging there, which was really adorable. You should not provoke them or actually touch them, just look at them, and that was what we were told back then, because you don't know if they could contain rabies, which was actually the biggest fear, at least in my family, when it came to bats. It was not much anything else, because they kept the insect control down, so we didn't have that many flies in our house, because they were often eaten by the bats. Like, they were a purposeful animal when you lived half of your life on a forest farm. I'm just saying, they were useful animals. They are useful animals, but they just underappreciated. And I'm rambling, I know, but it's just things that you remember when people talk or just mention things. You go like, oh, but that's actually true because in my experience, kind of thing, which is really fascinating. Anyway, just a few last touches on these, and they should be ready to hang. Yeah, it's actually cute with that. I should actually keep that in mind if I was ever going to keep a Halloween party, just to have small bats hanging from a ribbon. Or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it's a ribbon. Because that would be easy just to take down again when you have to clean up. Because I don't actually mind decorating for different holidays. My issue is taking it all down again, and I think that's probably the same for everyone. Swirly! Swirly! A swirly swirl! And there was the last bat. Yay! Oh! Oh, no, by the way, that would be that's not smart to do, to be honest. Paper over a blazing fire? Just there's a skeleton. But just paper over a flaming or active flame, or well, paper over open flame is never a good idea. But again, we are in a world of magic, so there's probably no fire hazard with such things. I don't know. Anyway, dancing skeletons will perform for us at the Halloween feast. Why don't we create some festive hats for them? Oh yes, we could. Oh. Oh. It was a dusty skeleton. Oh, that was actually... It's actually quite a creepy skeleton. It's not just one of the fun-looking ones we saw in the artifact room. No, this one is actually kind of creepy. I wouldn't have that one just standing around in my home, I would say, I'm sure, without constantly looking at it like, yeah. Oh well, let's see here. What does he have to say? Hogwarts is lucky to have you, Ray Bright. Really? I will hold you up on that when I get into trouble. I positively going to uphold that word towards you when you say you are ashamed to it afterwards. I don't know. I just have a feeling at some point we're going to be pointed as the enemy or something, because it can't just be all lovely-dovely, everything is going our way. At some point I just have a feeling that it will become slightly in not our favor, if you could say it like that. Let's make a joke. Skeletons are technically bald, so in that way it makes sense that they would wear hats. What? Are you afraid that they would be freezing? Okay, let's see. What does the hat, quote unquote, have to say? Rowan's stitches are precise and orderly. Yeah, but I wouldn't doubt that about Rowan though, because she seems to be a very focused on making everything perfect no matter what she does. So in a sense, I would not put that past her. What does Mr. Skeleton have to say? Oh, we laugh at him. No, I'm not gonna laugh at a skeleton. No. He might attack us. I'm not gonna. Talk to Rowan. Can't wait to see the skeletons dance. Oh, that's true. Oh, it is actually a class. We're getting attribute points. I'm just realizing this now. I'm just realizing this now for some reason. That's actually kind of funny. Okay, so we're probably getting about 3 crests for the event, since we had 3 stars. 3 stars usually equals to the amount of crests you get. However, let's see how the skeleton likes his hat, shall we? Here you go, Mr. Skeleton. It's a fine top hat of the finest quality. Oh, it's a candy cane! Whee! Or those kind of canes you see in the old TV movies, or the old movies, or the old cartoons where you see this little cane. Oh, he's dancing around being so happy. He likes his hat. That's good. But you see in older cartoons, you see this cane just slowly moving in and then sweeping the cartoon character out from the stage or something because they're performing poorly. Oh, we got 3! Oh no, not 3, we got 4 crests for helping out. That's great. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Oh, it's already over? Oh yeah, it was only like 1. But let's just enjoy this for a second. How this looks is probably not how it's gonna look ever again. Maybe, oh, maybe next year, who knows, that they have a new event going on, but this is nice. Oh, this is nice. Okay, I've enjoyed this. But yeah, now that we've done this and we apparently have saved Halloween, is there actually more to it? No, there's not. There's no more to it at all. Okay. But then I think we'll be ending off here with the hopefully happy Halloween to everyone once it's there. Even though it's probably a little early to say happy Halloween. But since it's in the spirit of this episode, happy Halloween everyone. And hopefully you have a fun night when Halloween comes around.